Oh. Where are my playlists? There we go. Playlists. View pull playlist. There we go. Why is it doing this to me? Stop. Jam, you smell nice today? I did just get out of the shower, so I mean, that is probably the case. I used soap, and I got out of the shower. My hair's still wet. So that is probably the case. Water. Sems! Oh my god, Sems is here. Everyone say hi to Sems. We haven't seen him in so long. Feels good, man. Feels good to have Sems in the building. Music's probably a little loud. I gotta ping Discord. General. What state do you reside in? That's personal. You could also find it if you did a little research. Stream Squad, we're live, gonna react to stuff and then do ONI Hunt. Okay, Stream Squad's almost done with your exams? How much longer you got? What's up, Kank? But when they don't see me for so long, I don't get a... But when they don't see me for so long, I don't get a hi. You were the first one here. Who was I supposed to tell you to say hi to? Like a week? Bro, stop with these exams. We need you, man. We need Sem's night. Kank, what up, what up, what up? Everyone, Kank's here. Say hi to Kank. I couldn't resist. That's funny. That's funny shit. That's funny shit. Oh, chat. How's it been? I know I have not been uploading or streaming a lot consistently. I have real life things I got to take care of. So that's why content's been dragging lately. I stream when I can. Like right now, I found a moment of reprieve and was like, we could squeeze in an hour and a half stream here. So that's what we're doing. We're squeezing in a stream. Your exams are going to start on Wednesday. Nice. Let me show you what I've been up to. I'm sure you're going to do... I got to start working for that. Sure you do fine. You don't need to study. You'll do great, man. You'll do great. I got a DM from somebody. They're like, I'm a big fan. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Can you squeeze me in your arms instead, Ack? What the fuck? All right, chat. I've been busy, right? Been very busy. That's why content has not been going on very well. I'm hoping to be able to get back to the regular scheduled programs very soon. But the thing is that I have stuff that I have to take care of. I have life obligations that need to be fulfilled. And one of those things is getting this room. Oh. Shit. Getting this room situated. So, this room was a fucking disaster. This was my old cat room, and it's technically a bedroom, but it wasn't livable. Like, it was terrible. There was a bunch of shit shoved in there. There was terrible rug. The walls were unpainted. It was bad. And we have, over the last whatever month, painted all the walls, put new doors on, painted the doors, put new drop ceiling in, painted this wall, accent wall. These are off-white. These are white, or this is blue. These are off-white. And today, I pretty much got the whole floor done. The only thing I got to do is I got to do right in front of this door jamb, and I got to do right here. And there's another closet that's right over here. I got to finish this up. Why is that in Tara's art chat? That's my secret place where I upload things, all right? Don't worry about it. Anyway, so this is what I've been up to, and I'm almost done. We're getting there. There's still some loose things I'm gonna have to do baseboards around the bottom. Oh, I also replaced all of these outlets. All these outlets got replaced and up to code. So we'll have to do... Anyway, I got to do baseboards around the bottom. And then I have a curtain rod that needs to get hung up over here. Other than that, though, nothing much. You know what I mean? I'm almost done. So once this is done, I got one more other house project that should only take a day or two to get done. And after that, I should be able to get back to regularly scheduled program. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I don't know. Life's crazy right now. I got a lot going on. But I am proud of this. This looks great. I sat here. I got everything done. And I sat here and was like, man, this is coming together amazing. This looks fantastic. And I stand by that. So you just never deleted the art contest? No, I never deleted it. It's my secret chat now. This is where I upload things and then I delete them. Like, literally... I forgot what it is. Making a thumbnail for stream. Oh, only a few things that chat see pictures. So yeah, see. I upload pictures here in secret. So I can upload pictures here in secret. The mods can see all this, but no one else can. Oh, so you just, oh, so it's just to test out. Yeah. So if I need to, like, show you guys a picture or whatever, I throw it in there, and then I'll show you guys, and then I delete the picture after I'm done. Just like I just did. Let me put my phone in Do Not Disturb, so we're not streaming in disturbed mode. Text Jelly really quick. Floor looks good, though. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I did that all by myself. The only thing is that doing around the door jams and ripping boards the long ways, I need Jelly's help for. Jelly's really good at cutting around the door jams. Well, I shouldn't say really good, but she's way better than I am. She's good at that, and then she told me I can't use the circular saw when she's not home, so I can't rip any boards the long way. When you take a board, so a board's like this, you know, a board has this way and then this way. So when you rip a board down the, like, when you rip a board going this way and not cutting it this way, so when you cut it the long way, the hot dog way, it's called ripping. Well, at least that's what I call it. And you need a circular saw for that. And Jelly said I'm not allowed to use a circular saw when she's not home, in case I cut my finger off. And I'm not going to say it won't happen, because she is right. I would do that, but who knows. I just texted Jelly, hey, heads up, we're live. Whatever, she'll know what I mean. Be funny if I sent that to the wrong person. I was just like, hey, heads up, we're live. And they're like, what? What do you mean we're live? We're live. You have any comments for the show? What? Bro, I opened YouTube. What the fuck is this? What happened to this site that I love? This looks like... I know it's sponsored, so I can't do anything about it, but what the fuck is this, man? YouTube got me fucked up, man. Spen or Kairos, what are we watching? Bro, I get that so much, I don't know why. Ads nowadays, exactly. Spen or Kairos, who do you guys want to watch? They both did meta tier lists. Jam? What about him? Jam's going to be reacting to one of these small creators, giving them a little shout out, you know? One of these creators that's hungry for views. I want to watch Jam. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. We need to learn what the best brawlers are. We were talking about this, you and I were literally talking about this the other day, that we don't know what the meta is. We need to learn it. And this is our opportunity. I kind of don't know what to watch. Scott, what up? Or is that Wonder Red? Wonder Red, what up? Let's lock in. So Spends is 34 minutes long. I'm surprised Kairos Times is not in my recommended here. What the hell? It's WR. WR, what up? Wonder Red. Yeah! I knew it. See, I knew it. Kairos is 21 minutes. We'll watch Kairos Time. Yeah, whatever. Dude, what the... All right, chat. I need to learn what the meta brawlers are, so we're going to be watching Kairos Time today. We're going to be watching his video about who the best brawlers are. And he's going to be putting them in a tier list, as he does pretty much every season. I know you guys are all subscribed to Kairos Time, but he's got 1.4 million. Make sure you subscribe to him. Obviously, best creator there is. Make sure you go watch him. All right, let's get into it. I always find it confusing when people change their online names. I find it confusing when people don't have the same online names across the platforms.
5 of the competitive Brawl Stars tier list. It's here. It's now. You guys know the deal here. We're going to rank every brawler from worst to best and compare them
Who's
to
the
how
worst,
they were in
Bull?
the previous update.
I assume it's Bull.
This video was made in help or coordination with all of these pro players here. I did not...
No Spen and no Bobby? This list is broken.
Make this tier list. I had 0
Doug, I
in this
guess.
tier list, which you will see when we get to Griff, when I adamantly disagree with the pros, but at the end I know they're better than me. But this tier list does come with a massive disclaimer, okay? This update, Supercell did something a little bit weird with hypercharge releases, and they decided to release 1 the first week, 3 or 4 the next week, and they're just releasing them slower.
Yeah, why did they do that? Why did they stagger the hypercharge releases more than they usually do? I don't get it, man. These devs, man, they know so much more than I do.
Than I normally would expect. So in order for me to get you this tier list and for it to be like as accurate as possible, I would have had to have waited for like 4 weeks for the pros to actually like really decide where the meta is. You guys don't want to wait 4 weeks. So a lot of the hypercharges have not been included in consideration for this video. So
they want me to wait a bit longer for that Griff hyper.
Yesterday.
I was actually thinking about buying it for gems because I have been playing a bit more Griff lately. But then I was like, I have the gold for it, so why not just wait? So cooler heads prevailed.
Takes a long time to gather all our feedback and put it together. So anyway, let's get into this. Doug is kicking us off at the bottom of the F tier.
F tier.
Worst of the worst, bottom of the bunch. Sorry. Anyway, he didn't receive any changes this update. He is still the worst brawler in the game. We've got more to cover, but I want to give a huge thank you to repeat.gg for sponsoring.
He could not wait to slap this ad. Why not just start with the ad?
This is a good one. I mean, all my sponsors are great ones.
Hey, what's up? We're going to start with an ad here.
Brawl Stars. Repeat.gg has a tournament where you earn points by playing regular.
Dude, he's still going?
Seriously, like, I don't know what you guys are waiting. What are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for? I'm not going to sign up. That's what I'm waiting for.
From the meta shift.
He didn't even talk about Doug, man. What the hell? He's just like, Doug's bad. All right, we're moving on into an ad. What would they do to fix Doug? Here's what I think they do to fix Doug, all right? I think they make it... I don't know. No ammo. He just gets to splash nonstop. Maybe if they reduce... You know what they do? They give him Buster's healing ring, where he heals when enemies are around him. Or not heals. I'm sorry. He charges his supers when enemies are around him. Manabendra, what up? So he charges super when enemies are around him. That would allow him to play a little more passive early on, and then once he gets a super, he could be a little more aggressive. And then maybe give him some kind of mobility in the form of a gadget where he can like dive or something and go after somebody, or like give him a jump, because he has no mobility, and that's probably one of his biggest weak spots. Like, he has no speed boost. He has no speed boost when you use your super. So like right now it's like when you get revived from the super that you get a speed boost. What if you put the hot dog on yourself and give yourself a speed boost? That would be impactful. I like that. I like that idea. So what they do is they make it so you charge your super when you're around somebody, right? And then when you put your super on you, that star power that gives you the super boost after you revive from your super, or it gives you the speed boost after you revive from your super, just applies when you first put your super on you. And then you have some kind of mobility. You get a little speed burst, and you can revive yourself, so it allows you to be more aggro. I like it. I think I cooked. Supercell, if you're listening, do that. Fix Doug. Bearded Dragon Gaming, what's up? How you doing? All right.
Now there's just really not a good reason to play him. Clancy's moving from the C tier down into the F tier. Clancy's one of the brawlers who...
Whoa. This brawler has like unlimited damage. I guess it's hard to ramp him up now though.
...is probably way better than what he's currently ranked at because his hypercharge is going to be released. Without it though, it is unplayable, or he's unplayable. So just keep him in mind though once the... Oh wait,
over nerfed.
Is already out by the time I'm actually recording.
Nah, fuck that. He was an unfun brawler to play against. This brawler is one of the most toxic brawlers I ever played against. I did not enjoy when he was super meta, and I'm glad they nerfed him into the ground. Unlike maybe I'm biased because I liked Mo a lot more, but unlike Mo, I felt like this brawler was way too good at what he did, and he was just like, it was like, why play any other damage brawler when you could just play Clancy and just delete everybody? That was my thoughts.
This, but the pros haven't had time to actually decide placement. So anyway, Rosa's moving from the B tier down into the F tier. Similar to Bull, no changes were made to Rosa, but she was hurt a lot more than any other tank in the game by how the meta has changed. Time for the D tier. These brawlers suck still. Just not as much as the F tier brawlers. Oh my gosh, Jesse's moving from the C tier down to the D tier.
How? Jessie, she's the noob crusher, man. How could she be D tier?
She received a small buff to her health, but she still has very underwhelming damage. There just isn't a good reason to use her over many other brawlers, even in Heist. If all the meta brawlers are banned, then yeah, you could probably play Jessie. Not at the most competitive level, though. Edgar is staying in the D tier. Lots of brawlers were affected by emergency balance changes that shortly came out after the gadgets were reworked, and Edgar's gadgets were both nerfed, so he's actually slightly worse than he was.
No more Edgar.
Chuck is moving from the C tier down into the D tier. Even though Chuck is actually still really good in Heist after the rework.
It's crazy that this brawler has not gotten any kind of buffs ever, right? Like, he's just kind of weird. He's just a weird brawler. It's hard to play him, in my opinion.
There's basically no other use for him right now. I see some people try and make him work out in Hot Zone. Honestly, even there's just better options. Colt has moved from the C tier down to the D tier. He didn't receive any buffs, and just like Jesse, he is getting power crept every update as well. Fang is moving from the C tier down into the D tier.
Yeah, unfortunately for Colt, he has like the one position that everybody like goes after. Like Clancy was on it for a little while. Now it's Lumi. Like he's a mid-range damage dealer, and every brawler wants to be that. Like they release a lot of mid-range damage dealers, so everyone's gonna step on Colt's toes. It's gonna be impossible for him to keep up. Chuck was unique but poorly designed brawler. It feels that way sometimes. Having to like wait so long to set up all of your poles, and then if you put the poles in the wrong position and you don't connect them all, then it fucks up your whole dash. It's super frustrating, and it's very clunky to play. I know Kank enjoys him. I think Kink enjoys him, and like, great for you, man, but it's just not my type of brawler. Fang D tier feels bad, man.
Too many of Fang's counters are higher up in the meta right now, and there are several assassins to use that are just much better than him at the moment. BB's moving from the C tier down to the D tier. BB's just another close range brawler that is particularly struggling right now.
We're seeing a lot of tanks in the D tier. Apparently, it's not a very tanky meta.
Did not get any buffs this update.
I'm sure there's some tanks higher
up.
up.
Down to the D tier. I guess Sam's hypercharge really was overrated because as soon as it was released, he hasn't been used like hardly.
Well, that's because they nerfed it into the ground immediately. They made it so it was like super hard for him to get one hypercharge every game.
At all. Shelly's moving from the C tier down to the D tier. Since tanks aren't being used quite as much right now, Shelly is also being used less since she's really only good for countering them. Okay, now we have the C tier brawlers. These ones aren't quite competitive. There may be some very small situations where the pros might use them, but they're not played nearly as often as the rest of the brawlers in the game. Dynamite is moving from the B tier down to the C tier. Dude, I'm getting hit so hard this update. My skin locked account, like almost all of my brawlers are C tier and below. It's rough. Lots of throwers are actually hurting in this meta.
Poor Kairos time can't play one of his 15 accounts.
Because a lot of the more aggressive brawlers are at the top of the meta, and Dynamite is probably like the hardest shot to...
Yo. There's a Terra in this game. I was playing Terra in that sushi modifier, and I don't know if it's just the sushi thing, but dude, she was kind of balling. Like they made it. I know they gave her like a slight hypercharge buff or supercharge buff. Not from the wasabi, just in general. It's easier for her to get her super now. I was kind of cooking people with her. Like I know my Terra is pretty okay. I was going like 7-2, 8-1 type of games. Kind of hard carrying AR when we were doing the sushi modifier thing. The what do you call it? The club event thing. The buffet. When we were doing the buffet thing. Granted, she does have a... Luna, shut up. Tara's a good brawler right now. I know. I just wish I didn't have her at 1K. I could still play her in rank, though. But anyway, yeah, I was kind of balling with her. It was great. I haven't played her in so long. And I didn't think the buff was going to be like super impactful for her, but man, I was cooking people. Mainly on this map, this double swoosh map, I was kind of killing people with her. I was able to ambush people with her a lot, but yeah, in general, I was like, man, this is good. My brawler feels good again.
Land out of all of them, especially against.
Anyway, we're talking about Dynamite. Who cares?
He's struggling. Lily is staying in the C tier. She's another brawler who's getting a hypercharge, and so she might be a lot better than she was. But for now,
Wonder Red, didn't you say this? Was it you that said this hypercharge is crazy? Somebody a couple of days ago was like glazing this hypercharge. Finally, Dyna's not popular anymore. No, he's still going to be popular. He's just not good. That's the difference. Anyway, somebody in the Discord was glazing the hypercharge for Lily. They said they pushed her a lot with it, and it was kind of wild. Anyway, I can't find it. But yeah, I mean, normally when you give something a range boost after it bounces off a wall, it's pretty good. Where's the rest of the fam? I don't know. I've been inactive, so I don't expect streams to do very well for a little while.
In the C tier. Very similar to Shelly, there's not a huge need for Gale right now since tanks aren't being used as much, so he's in the C tier. Griff is moving from the A tier down into the C tier.
Yo, what? I thought he was going to be way higher. Lily's fine, but too OP. I ban her a lot just because I don't like dealing with that gadget. But, yeah, I don't know. She's good and she's bad at the same time. I don't know. Griff being C tier is crazy because this brawler does so much damage. And he's not, I don't think this brawler does anything terrible. I don't know. I feel like he's at least B or A tier. C tier is far away from where I thought he would be.
I disagree with the pros, but at the same time, I am really feeling it. Griff has been affected by the meta has changed in a big way, but he is also getting a hypercharge, which I think is one of the better ones this update. I can almost guarantee he's going to rank a lot higher than middle or low C tier, but it's
we used to be thriving back in the day with viewership.
To the A tier.
Well, my channel's been super inactive. Streams have not been popping off lately. I mean, in general, and also it's Thursday. I don't know. I think in general, the combination of those three things is just kind of, I have to lower my expectations about everything for a while. It's going to be a while before the channel bounces back to the way it was. And I have to be able to upload consistently, which I can't right now because I've got a lot on my plate. So in the meantime, we just need to, I just appreciate the people that do show up. And, well, I don't like it. Well, I'm sorry you don't like it, Sems, okay? Last time you weren't here, so where were you? You know what I mean? It's exam time. People got exams. People got lives. It's all right? And also, I'm not in people's notifications right now. And it's okay. It is what it is.
To see, I still like Griff, which is funny because when he released, I really didn't like him. There's just something about his play style I just really like.
I'm building my future.
Nani deals plenty of damage, but her shots are just really, really hard to land, especially against a lot of the top brawlers that have high mobility. El Primo was moving from the B tier down into the C tier. He didn't receive any balance changes, but there are much better options for close range brawlers right now. Draco, hey, is moving down to the C tier.
C tier for Draco?
Draco plays particularly well with certain support brawlers, and even those brawlers aren't quite as good as before, so Draco is being used even less. Surge is moving from the A tier down into the C tier. I have no issue.
Surge being C tier is kind of wild. I feel like he should be higher than C tier. Surge is B at least because he counters, I guess, because he's mostly used as a tank counter and there's not a lot of tanks meta right now. So maybe that's why pros are rating him a little bit lower. There's no real reason to pick him because he's normally used as a counter pick. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
With this, I hate playing against Surge. Surge was another really good brawler to play against close range brawlers, but because close range brawlers are being used less, he is really struggling to keep up with them. So I mean, I'm fine with less Surge, for real. Rust has moved from the B tier down into the C tier. Rust is very dependent on which.
So I was watching a Bobby video about what you do with Ruffs to make him better, and you have to make it so that his treat gives a bigger buff, at least to him, because right now he struggles with damage. And he struggles with range and health, right? He struggles in all facets. You need to make it so his treat gives him more of a buff or recharges his super or something. I feel like his base kit can't get tweaked too much because the treat can extrapolate that. But if you apply all the power to the treat, then it's a little bit better to buff him. I don't know. I put Ruffin to B in my opinion.
Other brawlers are actually being good, and a lot of the brawlers that he typically is paired well with aren't being played at the moment. And additionally, the map pool right now doesn't really favor his bounce shots, so there's not a lot of good reasons to use him right now. Brock has moved from the B tier down to the C tier. Brock's biggest weakness is
this is cap. Brock is always A tier. Stop it.
how easy his shots are to dodge against high mobility brawlers.
Brawlers are fast and they move fast.
Particularly bad for him. Eve is moving from the B tier down to the C tier. Eve is only really good against certain brawlers, and there are lots of decent brawlers that can pierce through her hatchlings. So she's just not as good as
just cap A tier
brawlers are. Miko is staying in the C tier. Miko received a small buff to his reload speed, but it hasn't really changed the way that he's being played at all. So he's in the C.
You know, I was excited for that Miko buff, and I have not played him at all. Is it? Apparently, it didn't help him at all. I felt like that was going to be a big change for him, though, being able to reload a little bit quicker, because a lot of times, like, you dive in as Miko, and if you don't 3-tap somebody, you're dead. Like, you're just a sitting duck after that. So I don't know. I felt like that was going to help him a little bit, but maybe I was wrong.
C tier still. Grom is staying in the C tier. Grom is the second thrower on our list.
A lot of my favorite brawlers are bad now, apparently.
Easy to dodge, so he's struggling in this meta, even despite recently gaining a hypercharge. Sprout is moving from the A tier down into the C tier. Sprout's attacks actually can be hard to avoid, but it really depends on the map. And the current map pool just isn't very good for bounce shots, so Sprout struggles. Ems is staying in the C tier.
Feels bad, man.
Ems is actually slightly better
C tier is huge right now.
Still doesn't play well against brawlers that can easily get.
My God, not Sprout.
So she's struggling. And now we have the B tier brawlers. These brawlers are actually competitive. They're typically
so far for me, the only one that he's named right now is Brock and BB. Those are the only two brawlers that like I would play confidently that he rated lower than B tier, I think.
Good in
maybe
the right
Grom too.
Modes with the right teammates or to counter specific brawlers, or they're just like generally good enough.
Oh, and Griff
to play. They're not as good as the A tier or S tier brawlers at the moment, though. Starting us off, we have Penny moving from the A tier down to the B tier. Penny is a pretty map dependent brawler.
I swear BB is not in A or S.
Where she can easily
if BB's not in A or S, he already put BB in F tier.
Nita's moving from the A tier down to the B tier.
Oh, I'm sorry. She was in. Hold on a second.
Easily protect her cannon, so she's not a top brawler for the moment. Nita.
BB is in D tier. BB is in D tier this time. Also, Fang. Fang's another brawler that I play competently in D tier. So, Fang, BB. We'll throw Sam in there too. And then Griff, Brock. The big ones I think are Brock and Griff, and then maybe Fang. Maybe Fang, because I would pick him if I'm comfortable going with an assassin.
Is moving from the A tier down to the B tier. Nita was a really good choice against a lot of like good tanks last update, but now they're being used a lot less, and Nita is as well. Otis is staying in the B tier. He actually was never a
Griff and Brock. Yes, exactly.
When he was first released, but because of his range, his
my bad. I got my wires got crossed. All right, I'm old. Leave me alone.
And his super, he's never like
Nita in B tier.
Sandy is staying in the B tier. Sandy's super is strong enough to make him at least an average brawler, but his damage output isn't quite enough to keep up with the current meta. Leon is staying in the B tier. Leon's actually really good, but only if he is against brawlers that don't have attacks that can easily reveal his location, or brawlers that have enough health that they cannot be assassinated quickly. Colette is moving from the A tier down to the B tier. She's just another great tank counter that has gone down an entire tier simply because
still Rex and Heist though. She's still Rex and Heist.
Played as much. RT is staying in the B tier. Very similar to Otis.
So RT is a brawler that I've been playing a little bit more now. I need to practice with him a lot more because the shots are still very tricky for me to land, but I find his utility and the fact that he can counter assassins extremely nice, especially when I'm like last picking or second to last picking in ranked. I'll take RT a lot just because it's kind of a safety pick.
This RT has the stats to always be a decently safe choice on almost any map, but doesn't.
That's what I was just saying.
Really dominate any aspect or individual aspect of the game.
RT, in my opinion, is C tier. I don't disagree with that. Maisie B tier. Yeah, I could see that. She's kind of a tricky brawler to play. Are you buying GTA 6? Yeah, I'll probably buy it. It's not coming out till next year though, but I'll probably buy it. I have no reason not to.
She's actually still a decent brawler, but she's also a great counter to close range brawlers, which aren't as powerful right now. 8-Bit's moving from the A tier down to the B tier. 8-Bit is only good on certain maps and only with certain brawlers on his team. And while he was really good last update, he's being used a lot less right now. Byron is staying in the B tier. Many of the brawlers.
Byron's another brawler that I pick for safety pick. I like Byron. He does a lot. He does pretty well, and you can heal your teammates, which I try to do sometimes.
Byron was being used.
I sadly don't have a PS5 or Xbox. That feels bad, bro.
So Byron consequently has also fallen down a little bit. Pearl is staying in the B tier. No changes were made.
Oh my God, Pearl in B tier. That sucks, bro. That sucks. You don't have one of those. Yeah, it is a pretty expensive price tag to get in that game. I wonder how much that game is going to cost, because right now it's looking to probably be $80, but I won't be shocked if it's... I'll be upset if it's higher than 80. I don't really feel like it's a game that won't be worth 80. Like, there's games that won't be worth $80. Like, Nintendo games, for example, probably aren't worth $80. But that's probably going to be the only GTA that comes out for the next 2 console generations. So it's worth buying for 80, in my opinion. Because there hasn't been a GTA since late 360 days, I believe, was when GTA 5 initially came out. And then it went all through PS4 and now most of PS5. GTA 5 or GTA 5. Wasn't it like $100? I don't think they've announced the price yet. Is GTA 6 coming to console first? Probably. Unless Rockstar does something crazy, I feel like it's probably going to be on console first.
To Pearl this update, she's exactly where she was in the last update. Spike is staying in the B tier. Spike also didn't receive any balance changes this update, and he's honestly being used slightly less than before, despite being one of the free brawlers to play every, anyway, the free brawler really doesn't impact the competitive meta like at all, so it doesn't really matter.
Year later, PC.
D tier up into the B tier.
Charlie moving up. Charlie moving up. That's crazy.
Buff in the update before this one, and while she's not broken like she used to be, she's actually being played quite a bit now.
Dude, I haven't played this brawler since she first came out. Like, she was really good. They nerfed her. She felt really bad, and I haven't played her since.
Buzz is staying in the B tier. Despite many of the close range brawlers struggling in this meta, Buzz is actually still a pretty solid assassin. Cordelius is staying in the B tier.
I disagree. F is super sus.
Changes, but this current map pool has just favors him a little bit better. So, I mean, still B tier, but a little bit better.
Yo, I tried to play Cordelius the other day. I must be out of practice with him because I was not doing good at all. I was missing my super. I was not winning my 1v1s. Dude, I felt like shit. I felt terrible playing that brawler.
Tick is staying in the B tier. Even though Tick is the most fragile brawler in the game, he's usually a decent thrower just because of how well he can deal damage with close range brawlers as a thrower, and also how consistently he can deal damage from a distance. Willow's moving from the C tier up into the B tier. Willow received a buff to her health, and she's receiving her hypercharge soon.
Fuck this brawler. I will never play this brawler. You couldn't pay me money to push this brawler.
So she's probably going to be even stronger than she is right now. Larry and Laurie are moving from the A tier down into the B tier. Very similar to Tick. Larry is a solid thrower because he's actually pretty good against close range brawlers. But Juju kind of just does everything that he can except better. So Larry and Laurie is not being played as much. Jackie's moving from the C tier up into the B tier. So now Jackie's actually being played more in this meta, and a lot of it has to do with
Tick
how
does good damage but lacks the range.
She's really good on.
Tick has the longest range of any thrower, doesn't he? What do you mean he lacks range?
Are in the current map pool for ranked. Crow is staying in the B tier. Crow received a buff to the anti-healing effect from his attacks, and while he is definitely stronger than before, he's still not quite an A tier brawler. Tara is staying in the B tier. Nothing
B tier Tara. See, I knew she wasn't like A or S tier. I knew that.
Just as good as she was in the last update.
Not
Poco
in Showdown.
From the S tier down into the B tier. Poco is just insane right after the gadget rework happened, so now that the cooldowns are longer, he's not nearly as good. Mandy is moving from the A tier down into the B tier. Mandy received a slight nerf to her hypercharge rate, but actually brought her down an entire tier now that she's not charging it as much, which I have no issues with because I really don't like playing against Mandy. Piper is staying in the B tier. Piper.
I'm with him, man. Mandy is like one of those super annoying brawlers that when she gets a super and she clips, and then you're like, you know, after in knockout, like when you're spawning and moving up the map, she'll end up clipping you and you just get deleted from off screen. That shit's so annoying. What up, Ace?
She's probably always going
gadgets are much easier to balance now that they have a cooldown.
Sharpshooters are struggling.
You might actually see balances, buffs to them,
Piper's not as
which would be
good
crazy.
As she usually is. Belle is staying in the B tier. Basically, the same thing can be said about Belle, except that
my girl Belle's only in B tier. Come on, man. I thought she was great.
Deals more damage at close range than Piper does. So she's actually slightly more usable than Piper, but not by much. Shade is moving from the C tier up into the B tier. Shade is pretty much useless on maps that don't have a ton of walls, but there seem to be a lot of maps with a lot of walls right now, so he's actually being played a lot. Mortis is staying in the B tier. Mortis didn't
hold on.
Of maps with a lot of walls right now, so he's actually being played a lot. Mortis.
Okay, so he said Shade is B tier because there's maps with a lot of walls, right? But he said there's maps, when he put Ruffs in C tier, he said that Ruffs was going into C tier partially because there weren't maps where he could bounce his shots a lot. So how can these both be true at the same time? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't disagree, but his reasoning... I don't disagree with Ruff's placement, but his reasoning doesn't make sense when you put it next to this one right here, you know? Stupid. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Anyway.
This is staying in the B tier. Mortis didn't receive any balance changes, but he is being played just slightly
nice
more
catch.
than before. Daryl's moving from the A tier down to the B tier. Daryl is a great assassin in a lot of situations, but like most tanks, he's getting countered more often in this update, so not quite as good as before, but still playable. Mo is moving from the D tier up into the B tier.
Big buffs for Mo. Big buffs.
Mo actually got a buff to his reload speed in the update before this one, and then his super got reworked, so he's actually playable now. Kind of funny how just being able to adjust the distance of your super actually makes a big difference for a brawler like Mo.
I still say he needs a little bit of a damage increase because his damage does feel kind of bad sometimes still, and he still has a pretty long reload speed. It's not crazy long, but it still feels a little long, and especially for the damage you're doing.
Gus is moving from the A tier down into the B tier. Gus has had
feels
a few
bad,
in the last
man.
few updates, but he's one of the brawlers getting his hypercharge, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if he quickly moved back up into the A tier, so just keep that in mind. Rico is moving from the A tier down into the B tier. Another brawler that I am so glad to be seeing less of. Rico is very map dependent and he dominates on the maps that he's good on, but there just aren't as many of those in the map pool right now, which is great because that means I don't have to ban Rico as frequently. Okay. Now we get to talk about the A tier brawlers. These are
the good. All right. So now we're talking about good brawlers. Now we're talking about brawlers that are good, and you should be playing these brawlers. Let's get into it.
Situations than the B tier brawlers.
Rico's goated in A tier. Well, he's top of B tier, so
like everywhere. Kit is staying in the A tier. Kit is pretty good on his own for a support brawler, and if his
kind of weird, man. I wouldn't think Kit's A tier.
Opponents don't specifically counter him, he can create some very easy wins for his team. Frank is staying in the A tier. Frank is slightly worse than before.
Why?
He's actually managed to remain in the A tier because he has so much health
ARS.
that your opponents have to draft around picking a brawler that can actually deal with Frank. So he forces some interesting situations. Barry's moving from the S tier down into the A tier. Barry actually received a nerf to his healing a while ago, and now that the brawlers that he supports aren't as good, he's not being played as much, but he's still a great A tier brawler. B is staying in the A tier. She received a nerf to her rattled high.
Well, of course he's a monster in Showdown. He has a specific star power that's specifically made to make him a monster in Showdown. And also, Showdown is not something to be basing brawler strength off, in my opinion. It's not a competitive mode.
Gadget, and while she's not an A tier brawler, she's not quite as strong as before. Barley is staying in the A tier. Barley's just one of the best brawlers in the game that you can use if nobody on the map can break walls. So that's why he's there. Meg is moving from the D tier all the way up into the A tier. I'm not excited to... Is
that because of her hypercharge? I mean, I like her hypercharge a lot. I was thinking about buying it the other day. Hell nah, B is not the best currently. Also my favorite. She's an annoying brawler though. She's very hard to kill. It's super annoying. She got a movement speed buff too, right? Base form Meg got a movement speed buff.
Played more. She received her hypercharge after I made the last tier list, and it has made a huge difference for her. Plus, she got a movement speed buff to her while she's outside of her mecha, making her even easier to dodge shots. Ash is staying in the A tier. No changes were made to Ash this update, and he's just...
There you go, Sams. Ash is still A. Ash is still in the A tier.
It's a little worse than before because of the current meta. Max is staying in the A tier. Max is another
my
brawler
boy.
that is usually good at supporting close range brawlers, so she's being played slightly less, but she's still good. Pam is moving from the F tier all the way up into the A tier.
That doesn't seem right. I don't think that damage buff was enough to justify that jump. Her hypercharge is not that good either. When was this uploaded? Yesterday. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Maybe we need to play some Pam.
Tier. She actually received a damage buff that also charges her super faster, and now she is way better than before. She still...
Wait, does she... I didn't know. She charges her super based on damage, not just on shots? I never knew that about Pam. This brawler is one of the fucking OG brawlers, and I did not know that she charges super based on the damage she lands. I thought it was just based on the number of shots she lands.
also has not received her hypercharge yet, which will make her even better. Lola is moving from the B tier up into the A tier. She received her hypercharge in the previous update, and her stats are just so good that you really can't go wrong with her. Janet is moving from the S tier down to the A tier. Janet received a nerf to her hypercharge rate in the previous update, and now she can't cycle through her supers like she could before, but she's still a really great option. Amber is staying in the A tier. She is actually going to receive her hypercharge this update, and she's still a
That's crazy. She's A tier and she's about to get a hypercharge.
solid A tier brawler without it. So she really just might be broken soon. Consider her for an S tier placement. Ollie's moving from the S tier down to the A tier. Ollie's had a
Feels
few
bad,
nerfs over
man.
the last few balance changes, and his lower survivability finally knocked him out of the S tier. But he's still in the A tier. He's still great, a great choice.
What do you mean
Sticks
low?
is moving from the
Hold
B-
on. What does he mean low survivability? The brawler has like unlimited movement, and he's got 10,000 HP, and he gives himself a shield when he uses a super. Like, what do you mean low survivability? That's crazy.
Tier up into the A tier. Finks got a few major buffs in the previous update, and he went from being a below average brawler to a really good brawler on most maps. Squeak is moving from the B tier up into the A tier.
Ooh, I need to play some Squeak, man.
Squeak's actually been really good ever since the gadget rework, and even though he didn't get any buffs this update, the meta has shifted to be good for him in his favor, along with some of the maps where there's a lot of choke points that Squeak can really take advantage of. Jean is staying in the A tier. Jean didn't receive any
Love
balance
Squeak.
changes
Me
this
too,
update,
man.
and he's
Squeak's just a fun brawler to play because he zones people out, and both his gadgets are good. His star powers are good. Like, he's just a fun brawler to play. He's satisfying when you can land multiple shots on somebody and like cause the last one to detonate. It's a great time.
still just being used on the same maps for the same reasons. Mr. P is moving from the S tier down into the A tier. Mr. P got nerfed quite a bit in the previous update since his hypercharge honestly just broke the game, but it's actually still pretty strong. Gray is staying in the A tier. Gray is one of the safest choices on almost any map
I'm never going to play Gray, though. I suck with him.
Because of how many brawlers he counters and how well he supports his teammates. Honestly, I don't want to see much more people playing Gray because he's actually really annoying to play around. Bonnie is moving from the F tier all the way up into the A tier.
That is
Bonnie's
wild.
rework to
That rework to her super did that much work for her. That's insane.
her super
All they did was make it so she could get back in her cannon. That's all they did.
so that she can climb back into her
Gene
cannon
is
as
C.
soon as
I
she
used to
wants.
play him a lot,
And
but I kind of
even
got bored of
though
him.
she still doesn't
That
have
doesn't mean he's C
hypercharge,
tier.
This rework instantly made her a very good brawler, which is crazy. Lou is staying in the A tier.
Never
No changes
catch
were
me
made to
playing
Lou
her.
This update, and he's right where he was on the last tier.
Ew.
Juju is staying in the A tier. She's still the best thrower in the game, but even she is somewhat map dependent and will actually lose to other throwers depending on the map. Buster's moving from the B tier up into the A tier. He received his hypercharge in the previous update, and he actually got nerfed this update. But I guess his
Bonnie felt
hypercharge
so
rate is
restricted
strong, he's still an
after
A tier brawler.
supering before the change. I couldn't tell you. I never played her. Juju is perfect. Yeah, she's fine.
Bo is moving from the B tier up into the A tier.
Bo!
There's another brawler that received his hypercharge in the previous update, and it made a huge difference for him.
So Bo always had good damage. It's just his mines were kind of limiting, and now you can put down even more mines. So, I mean, that's nice. Maybe I should buy his hypercharge. I do like Bo.
Melody is staying in the A tier. She actually didn't receive any balance changes this update, and she's still one of the best aggressive brawlers in the game. Stu is moving from the S tier
Didn't they nerf her hypercharge, or was that 2 updates ago? I thought they nerfed her hypercharge. Okay.
down into the A tier. Stu was broken in the previous update mainly because of his speed zone gadget, and since it's been nerfed, he's not quite as good. Jae Young is starting in the A tier.
Jae Young, yeah,
Since
this
the balance
I'm
changes
surprised
were
this brawler's not in S tier. This brawler is probably my I thought Lumi was going to be my favorite brawler of the year. So far, it's Jae Young. Jae Young feels so good to play, at least for me. I really enjoy this brawler. Maybe it's because I don't look for kills all the time, so I don't really care like what my stats end up looking like. He just feels good to play. Like, he's got good reload, he's got good range, he's got good support. He even can do good damage if you run his gadget, and you have the one that does more damage when you pierce targets. Like, he's just so I just enjoy this brawler a lot. It's crazy.
Delayed, we've actually been able to test out Jae Young quite a bit so far, and the pros agree that he is at least A tier. Meeple is staying in the A tier. Meeple received a very slight buff to his reload speed in the previous update, and I guess that's all it took to make him one of the best brawlers in the game. Angelo is staying in the A tier. Angelo remains the best sharpshooter in the game and probably could be considered S tier on certain maps where hovering over water makes a big difference, but overall, he's not quite good enough for S tier. So let's talk about the S tier brawlers. The best of the best, the band of the band. Carl is moving from the B tier all the way up into the S tier. He received his hypercharge in the previous update, and that combined with the recent gadget rework has quickly made him one of the most solid choices in the game on any map. Kaze is starting out her debut in the S tier. Now,
She's not even out yet. What do you mean S tier?
Kaze is the only brawler on this tier list that has not been
Carl's
released
A
at
in
the
my
time
opinion.
that I recorded this video.
I get it.
But she already has 2 different hypercharges, and I just don't have any reason to believe that she will not be S tier. So I lied when I said that I didn't help with this tier list. I'm helping with Kaze, and that's it. But I think he's gonna be busted. Chester is moving from the C tier up into the S tier. Chester received his
S tier.
hypercharge
Kaze's
in
not
the
even out.
previous
That's what
update,
I'm
and it's
saying.
so strong.
I think he just hypes up brawlers so that people are incentivized to buy the brawler. I'm not excited for her. I really don't care about her. I'll try to unlock. I mean, I'll probably unlock her day 1, but I really don't care. She's a mobility brawler, like an assassin type brawler, which I don't typically play to begin with. And then on top of that, like she seems like she's going to be very complicated to play, so I'm just not that interested.
That it was the only thing that brought Chester from the C tier to being one of the best brawlers in the game. Hank is staying in the S tier. I know that people are not going to believe me and you're going to think I'm crazy, but the pros agree that Hank is...
I'll admit, I'm starting to get annoyed with Hank. I'll admit it. I'm coming around that Hank is actually kind of good. He can be an oppressive brawler for sure. The healing on his super is, I think, what really makes him annoying to deal with, because it's like you get the brawler low and he starts to, if he's got his bubble halfway charged, you have to run away from him. And if you like try to charge him when he does, if he has super in hand and you try to charge him before he charges up his bubble, he uses the super and then he heals himself. So it's like, it can be a lot to deal with. And I'm starting to come around and get annoyed more with Hank. He's no longer the pushover that I thought he was. And I admit it, that I've been underrating him for a little while, but I realized this actually from the Wasabi event, that Hank is actually kind of good. And it's not just the Wasabi modifier, it's everything else. Blech. All right, move on.
He's one of the best brawlers in the game. He has only been nerfed since his hypercharge has released, and he's still the best tank in the game by far, especially with the current map pool, where there's a lot of walls for him to really play around. Lumi is moving from the A tier up into the S tier. Lumi actually was not released at the time that I made the previous tier list, and since she's only been nerfed, and she's still almost the best brawler in the game, you can see how strong she actually is.
Yes, Lumi, I do agree. Lumi is amazing. I enjoy Lumi a lot. I think she's a very satisfying brawler to play. And again, I go between her and Jae Young being my favorite brawler that's come out so far this year. Obviously, there's still a lot more brawlers to come out, but I go between her and Jae Young.
But she's not the best. That is deserved for our final brawler. Kenji is moving up from the A tier into the S tier as the best brawler.
Yeah, that hypercharge is kind of nuts.
Kenji is the only brawler who had his hypercharge this update when I reached out to the pros. And it is easily the strongest hypercharge in the game and has made Kenji completely broken. And that right there is the competitive...
Yeah, the fact that it pulls people in, it does good damage, and then you spawn right on top of them and you no longer go back to your original position. It's a very good hypercharge. Jank, what up? Can't wait to finish the Oni hunt. It's so hard, dude. You got to finish it all today.
Tier list. I wish that I could give you something that is currently perfectly accurate with all the brawlers that actively have hypercharges right now.
So brawlers I want to look at focusing on, probably Lumi, Carl, Jae Young. I know Bell's only B tier, but Bell is like one of my go-to sniper brawlers, so I'm going to probably remember to focus on Bell. My girl Tara, I'll probably squeeze her in on certain maps. You know, a real bushy map, I'll take Tara. Byron, I always enjoy playing Byron. I don't know. Maybe I should try out some new brawlers too. Maybe I need to learn like Bo. No, he's not new to me, but yeah. Anyway, just gotta try to keep this shit in mind when I'm drafting and stuff. Okay, cool. You're at level 6. What does it go to? I love Kenji, but he gets an A. All right, there it is. There's the list. Good job, Kairos. Thank you for the information. Appreciate it. All right, everyone, make sure you go subscribe and watch some Kairos Time videos. And we're going to move on with our lives. Cool. All right, so we did our little react. We learned who the best brawlers were. Now we get to play the video game. Let's go. Woo. All right, chat. I want to try out this ONI hunt, but I don't know how it's going to go. So let's give that a shot. Have you guys have obviously tried it at some point? I'm at level 10. Insane 10. How many do you got to do? It's pretty fun. Sweet. There it goes. Oh, by the way, I did not make it to Legendary last season. We did try, but unfortunately, we only got to 60-56. No, that's my trophies. We only got to Mythic 3 last season. Ooh, look at all that stuff. Take the 1400 ranked. Yeah, last season we only made it to Mythic 3 or Mythic 2. And then we tilted back down. It was sad. Very frustrating experience. I got annoyed with it, but it's okay. We'll do better next time. We kind of screwed ourselves because we didn't play consistently through the season like we did the season before. We waited till the very end, and all the sweats. I thought 3 was high. We don't talk about it. 3 might have been your high. It was not my high. I did not get to Mythic 3. I think all the sweats were playing the last couple of days to try to push, and I think that's what ended up ultimately screwing us. Do you guys think they're still going to do legendary skins? Or ranked skins, or do you think they're just going to do pro skins from now on? Because it's going to be sad if they get rid of ranked skins. Legendary, if this is a hypercharge, I give 10 members. It's not. But we did get... I did not know it was called Wood Driver Stew. Anyway, we did get this one. We got the good random skin. They discounted ranked skins. I think they won't do it anymore. That does suck, man. Ranked skins were fun. Now it's all about the pro skins, and we only get one of those a quarter. Pro Pass XP. What the hell? I didn't want no Pro Pass XP. Majority of them are reskins. Not true. Maybe some of them were, but not all of them. Free sush. Give me that sush. Cut, cut, cut. Oh, shit. We split. Wasabi. Extra hot. Who do I get? I get Bo. Can deploy unlimited mines at the same time. That's cool. That seems useful. I still say that animation's too long and you should be able to skip it. Who the hell is this? I don't know who that is. Leave me alone. Are the Hypercharge cosmetics exclusive? Yeah, they're exclusive to the packs. So if you want them, you have to buy that pack. I think they might bring them back eventually. I could be wrong, but I think they do bring them back eventually. I love always getting 1 or 2 wasabis or sushis. Yeah, me too. I got a 6 the first day and was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I haven't gotten a 6 since. And I've only opened 59 sushis. And I'm still missing 3 skins. Which sucks. Oops. Create team. All right, we're going to do ONI Hunt, chat. Complete level 1 of ONI Hunt. What's a good brawler for the ONI Hunt? I want to say Crow. I have his wasabi, but I don't know for sure. Jesse's good. I have Jesse. Oh, you're on Jesse though. Can we get a third? I'd spend gems on sushi, but I know I'm not gonna get lucky. I don't see a point in spending gems on sushi because most of the rewards are gonna be wasabi shit anyway, and it's gonna be gone at the end of the season. So I don't see a point. I've been duped enough by this game. And I don't even play Kenji enough to justify buying the shit. So it is what it is, you know? Use the other skin. Don't tell Sems what skin to use. Don't tell him what skin to use. He can use whatever skin he wants. Should I go Pam then? I don't care. Whoever you want to play, bro. I could switch. I don't know if I have Pam's wasabi, though. Wait, does Pam have wasabi? She doesn't. Tick? I could go Tick. I go Tick. Nita or Crow? Okay. Let's run it. I'm ready. This is normal anyway, so it shouldn't be that bad. We should be able to smoke this. Speaking from, it's easy until level 10. We kill the Oni. The attacks bounce. That's crazy, man. Dude, he knocks himself out? Don't run away from my tick heads. Both teammates defeated. Chat, what happened? Look at all those mines, man. Look at all those mines. And we get another hypercharge out. Let me cook, chat. Most healing. I don't know how I did healing because I feel like I didn't even get attacked. All right, that's one round down. Do I get a sushi for this? I better get sushis for this. IDK if Jam would want to go Nita next match. I don't believe I have Nita's wasabi. I could double check, but I don't believe I have it. Bro doesn't believe in my tick gameplay. That's crazy that bro doesn't believe in my tick gameplay. He's a certified tick hater. Get in there, tickheads. Look at that. We crushed that one. Bullet hell is sick. Wasabi! Do I have Nita's thing? I do actually have Nita's thing. There you go. Just to make Jank happy, we'll go Nita. Just to make Jank happy, we go Nita. Wait, was I running Hyper Bear? It's Java now. Jankva. I got the jukes, man. Probably shouldn't have replaced them, but it's fine. Too easy, baby. I should switch to Hyper Bear. I feel like Tick's better, though. Well, I wasn't running Hyper Bear. Let me go Hyper Bear, and then we'll see how this goes. Knight is way too OP here. We know what you meant. We take one shot. You take two shots. I need to get my super down. Once I get my super down, we're good. Oh yeah, look at me, look at me. I'm cooking, bro. My bears will tank for me. Where are my bears at? What are my bears doing? My God. Stop moving! God damn it! There we go. Now we got two hyper bears on the guy. Well, we died. How did I die? Feels bad, man. We try it one more time. I might go back to Tick. I might go back to Tick. This ain't even hard. Like, what? I don't know how you died. I wasn't paying attention to you. I was paying attention to me. I didn't even know you guys died. It is annoying that he keeps dashing around and makes it impossible for my bears. Just be careful enough. It is annoying that I cannot get my bears to hit him. Okay, hold on. I need to focus on dodging. Stop! Stop! I don't like this. He's too annoying to chase after with Nita. Don't at me. Look at this shit. I can't even get anywhere near him. I could not get anywhere near that damn boss. Just wait till he stops to do the circle thing. He doesn't do it, though. Crazy hot. Crazy hot. When dealing damage, B releases an angry bee. Fires her super in a circle around her with more pellets. It's a circle? Yeah, I could see. I know what shapes are. All right. He's doing the circle thing. He's doing the circle thing. I died. Get him, bears! I got Oni Kenji. That's nice. Good for you. I'm alive. Wait, I have recharge. Get that down. Mess him up, bears. Mess him up. I died again. Don't die, guys. Don't die. God mode is impossible. Well, he's about to be furious. We need to do more damage. God mode is impossible. God mode is impossible. He's furious. I'm about to be back. We got this. We got this. Okay. I died twice. I'm trying to not do that. I got a sushi! 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 Nothing. Inferno! Who do we get? I thought Crow was like free wins. Unlimited ammo. Jank's not gonna like it, but I'm gonna go back to Tick. And we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna go back to Tick and see how it goes. Tick heads are very good. I got the Ash skin, it just sucks. That Ash skin's actually nice. Especially compared to the original. The original looks like shit. That one looks better. Ah. No, not me. He ran my ass over. I meant Tick sucks. I think you suck. How about that? Oh, I died again. I don't know if I'm doing better or not. I know Jank's gonna say I'm not. I feel like I'm doing damage more consistently. I'm still dying, though, which is a problem. I feel like I'm contributing more, though. Oh, I'm dead. If I can get my super down, that would be nice. There we go. Maybe I didn't do so hot. I did like half the damage. Infernos! Wasabi! Her super can bounce multiple times. That's just her hypercharge. What are we doing here? Long dash fires super. Try Ash. I don't know if I have Ash's thing. No, I don't have Ash's wasabi. You know what? I'm doing damage. I'm doing damage. And I have shield. Get me on the Pearl. Get me on the Pearl. She does good damage. She's got shield. Let me cook, chat. Literally, let me cook. Trying not to be aggressive while my teammates are dead. We should try 8-bit. I don't know if I have 8-bit's wasabi. I don't even know what wasabi does. Stop moving, you stupid son of a bitch. Hold on, hold on. I gotta heal. I'm like dead. I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing. I'm just doing my thing. I don't get it? What don't you get? I did 276,000 damage. Apparently, I'm not playing brawlers that do good damage. Alright, back to Nita, I suppose. I feel like Nita struggles, though. I feel like, I'm keeping a buck with you. I feel like I get the point of Nita, I'm here for it. I understand what you're going for. I just feel like she has a hard time getting to the boss to do her super. Does any of you have 8-bit? Do I have 8-bit? I actually do have 8-bit. 8-bit can have multiple turrets so that have more health. I can try 8-bit. I do not have his hypercharge though. Just as a small update. Can you stack them? It says you can have multiple. Womp womp womp. Which will boost 8-bit speed. Oh, it's gonna die. I probably should have switched gadgets too. Stop moving. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. Oh god. Ah! You probably want the other star power? What do you mean dot dot dot? Don't be toxic now. We're trying things. Sorry we lost in a mode that doesn't matter for trophies. I got comments. I got comments. You want to say no comment? What are they talking about? They're talking about nothing. What are they talking about? They're talking about nothing. Come on, man. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know. If you're going to act like that when we lost a round of a game, that doesn't mean anything. This is literally a mode for fun. You're going to act like that? Shit's annoying. No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment. Bro switched to Penny. That's crazy. Oh, I'm dead. I'm stuck on the wall. Geometry is my biggest enemy. Say, I'm not even gonna bother trying to get to him right now because he's just gonna do that. Or he's just gonna dash. Don't waste my hypercharged bears, bro. Damn it. I'm dead. Jank, you by yourself? No, you still got stems. Alright, I'm back. Good try in the game, Jam. I am almost hypercharged, so I'm just going to try to charge my hypercharge here. And then get these guys. Get the gang together. Does it only shield one of the bears? How's it going? It's fine. It's just boss mode with extra steps. But what's up, AR? How are you? Hey, we won. 300k damage. Star drop. Does this reset every day? Or is it like I do this once and then I'm stuck on it forever? I hope it resets every day. That way I'm not like pushing this one time and then be like, okay, that's it. Feels good, man. You're stuck? Oh, that's lame. I feel like Ticket is better. Don't tell that to Jank, man. He don't like it. He'll say no comment. This is just like when... So, I was trying to pick something out for decorations in the house. And, Jelly was like, I like it, but it's not on the theme for that room. And I was like, oh, that sucks. So now, every time she suggests something, I go, is it on theme? And she's getting so pissed off that I'm doing it. She's like, why are you such a petty bitch? I'm like, I don't know. It's just in my nature. Oh, shit. I feel like, actually, instead of Hyper Bear, I feel like I want to go, Bear With Me. Because I feel like the survivability is second to none. I feel like I'm going to switch to Bear With Me after this one. Heal is a lot better. I'm thinking so, too. Keep the bears on the map longer. Keep me on the map longer. Yeah, go tanky bears. Exactly. I'm already running the shield. I thought Hyper Bear was the play for damage, but I think the play is to keep the bears up as long as possible. And Bear With Me helps me do that. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm dead. See, right here, I would be full health again. Guys, I think it's hard to heal. I think healing is like one of the biggest things you need to get around. All that chip damage from that circular attack. Oh, I'm back. All right, we deal with this. Once they're dead, I drop hyper bears. Hopefully he doesn't dash away from them now. There we go. I got to Insane 4 with it. Nice. Or Insane 5. I'm on Insane... We just cleared Insane 5. We're on Insane 6 now. Am I still getting quests for this? No, we're just playing for fun. We're just playing for fun. I gotta go. Aw, Sams. You're gonna leave me like that, Sams? It's okay. I hope you have a good day. Good luck on your exams. Make sure you're studying. If you fail your exams after denying me playing ranked, I'll never forgive you. So, you better pass them. Would anybody else like to join? Kank, AR. I think that's all my chatters right now. Any lurkers want to join? Code in the upper part of your screen. Bye, Sams. We got AR. Slow typer. Yeah, it's AR. That is AR. I'm chilling. Someone else can have it. Nice. Such a nice guy. He's going 8-bit, huh? I see. I see. I hate Brawl Stars. That's a choice. I'm just out here trying to heal. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no! Terrible time for him to do that move. One second. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. And we're back. Throw these guys down. Put the shield up. Heals them. Heals them. Heals them. Heals them. Heals them. They don't die. They do not die. Heal them. Heal them. Keep them up. Keep them up. Bear with me is the play. Look at this. They're unkillable. They're hypercharged and they're unkillable, chat. This is the way. Never mind the fact that I'm attacking into a wall. They're unkillable, chat. We got it going, chat. Oh shit, both teammates are dead. Ah. Oh shit, I put worse bears down. Oopsie. This is easy. It's so free. Dude, bear with me is the play. Hyper bear, ass. Bear with me, goated. Look at that, chat. We cooked them. I didn't do the most damage, though, which is crazy. But I did come in clutch. All the bears, all the turrets. We take those. We do got to clean up these ads a little bit. It's nice with bear with me too, because you don't really have to worry about healing too much. You just got to get your bears down. Once you get your bears down, then you shouldn't be able to die. We're cooking them. The bears are tanking. We're doing damage. Heal me, bears. Yeah. They're still both going, too. That's crazy. Get full health bears out there. I do think he just deleted some bears. Yeah, those bears didn't last long there. With no hypercharge, it does feel kind of bad. But it's okay. We don't need a hypercharge. We just need friends. Stop that! Okay, we win. That is insane. 6 cleared. Easy. Easy clear. Dude, what the fuck? Not saying because you guys died. I'm saying because I can't... As I went to hit him... As I went to hit him, he ran away. Pissed me off. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Oh, I got no Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi. My bears are down. Now they're up. Heal me up, bears. Yeah, bears. Yeah, bears. Heal me. I just need something that busts my reload speed, and then I'm good. And then we have unlimited. Unlimited. That bear is pretty much dead. We're going to put new ones down. Give those guys a shield. And that is gonna be insane 7. Cook 'em. 600k damage. I'm still doing the least amount of damage. Anyone watching Eurovision? That's like American Idol, right? Like the singing contest. I know of it. I just I don't watch it because I don't live in Europe. I used to watch American Idol when I was like real little, but I don't know. Those singing competition shows, they don't really grasp me as an adult. Just got the Piper skin. Sweet. Means you finished the Brawl Pass. I finished mine yesterday. I think this is probably one of the fastest I've ever finished a Brawl Pass. I still have 20 days to go and I'm done. That's crazy. Also, by the way, I'm hanging on to my legendary star drop. Because it might get me Kaze for free. There's a chance, so yeah. All European countries compete who has the best song. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. That's cool. Chat. I'm going to wrap up. I think this was a pretty good stream. Pretty all right stream. Pretty chill stream. Nothing crazy exciting happened, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like wrapping it up today. We're not really doing like anything other than like PvE stuff anyway. So thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. I know we are doing well in the mode, but yeah. If anyone wants to join my club, oh my god, Fromo was here the whole time. Thanks for the Brawl Pass. Yeah, man, you earned it. Maybe you'll get another one next season. I can't promise anything though. Although you don't really need it because I just gifted you one, right? Anyway, chat. That's gonna do it. As far as streams, I might stream tomorrow. Jelly's gonna be out of the house like all day. She's got a field trip with the students to an amusement park, and she's gonna be there like all day. Everyone left you. We can play later, AR. So I got some things to do around the house. I gotta go see my brother. He just had shoulder surgery, so I'm gonna go hang out with him for a bit, see how he's doing. So I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. Can't promise anything. Field trip, can I come? I would like to go, honestly. Where they're going, they don't need roads. Anyway. Probably won't stream Saturday. Maybe Sunday. Maybe. So I'll try to get a stream in tomorrow because I don't know how the weekend's going to look. So if I do stream, I'll see you. If not, then we'll see you next week. All right? Sound good? All right, GG. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Take care. Goodbye.